Hey everybody, this is Dr. Matt Joosse at Joosse Family Orthodontics. In honor of National Doctors Day, I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about how I became a doctor and what I like so much about being a doctor. Um, I certainly did not think that I would ever end up where I am now. I didn't grow up saying that I wanted to be a dentist. I didn't grow up saying I wanted to be an orthodontist. In fact, when I graduated college, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I went out of college and I went into a PhD program for neuroscience. That was my first gig out of college. And I did it because I loved neuroscience. I loved learning all about biology and how the brain worked. And I loved being on the forefront of what we knew about how the human body operated. That was so interesting to me. And I knew that if I went to a PhD program that they would pay for me and I would have a stipend to live on. And so I wouldn't lose any money by the venture, but I certainly didn't know that was what I was going to do with the rest of my life. So I went for 1 year into this PhD program. I decided, you know what, this isn't the future for me. I came back to Williamsburg where I went to college and I got a job working in the admissions office at William and Mary. And what I really loved about my job working in college admissions was how much I got to help people. And I got to really help people diffuse some of the anxiety about the college admissions process. It's certainly a process that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people have a lot of anxiety about that process. What part of my job was to go around the state of Virginia and just meet with people and talk with people about the process and just to educate people. And I really loved that. That really just kind of fed me and my desire to serve people. But it wasn't intellectually stimulating for me. And so I really had to find a job that brought together my love of science with my desire to serve people. And so I took a chance. I went on a mission trip to Southwest Virginia and I did some dentistry, or I helped do some dentistry with some people. And I thought, you know what, dentistry was a really great way to serve people. What I also liked about dentistry was you got to use your hands and you got to create. And I liked that with each patient, there was a person attached to it. So we were serving people, but there was a different problem and there's a lot of problem solving. And so I took a risk and I went to dental school, really unsure if that was the right path for me because I didn't have any family members who were dentists. And it turns out that I really loved it. As I went through dental school, I began to think about the kind of doctor that I wanted to be and the kind of doctor that I wanted to become. And I thought about all the doctors that I'd seen over my lifetime and what I liked about them and some things that I didn't like. And I started kind of jotting down some notes and some core values that I wanted to incorporate into my own practice someday. And when I graduated dental school, see, the Air Force paid my way through dental school. So I owed some time to the Air Force. Going into private practice was not a reality at that point. But as I went into the Air Force, I really found my passion for dentistry because I got to serve some of the greatest men and women in America, people who were serving in the Air Force. And I had the opportunity in some cases to be the very first dentist that somebody ever saw. You know, they might have gone 18 years in their life without ever seeing a dentist. And it was my privilege, because I truly believe it's a privilege, to really show them what dentistry could be. And I really loved that. And in the Air Force, because we weren't billing, where the patient wasn't paying for the work, it really was all about doing great dentistry and being excellent. And so it was a great way to practice. And it was in the Air Force where I really kind of discovered my love for dentistry. It's in the Air Force where I discovered my love for orthodontics. Now, I had a very transformational orthodontic experience as a high school kid, but it certainly didn't lead me towards orthodontics. But as I got to do some orthodontics in the Air Force, I said, you know what, this is what I really love to do. And this is the best way that I can serve people. And I just thought that orthodontics would be so much fun. And so I took a risk. I applied one time to orthodontic residency programs and thankfully got in. And there's just been no looking back. I truly believe that I have the best job ever. I mean, I get to create smiles. I get to give people the confidence to smile fully. We get to give people the confidence to just kind of show who they really are, but maybe they're scared or they're just a little bit timid to show that because their teeth are jacked up. And, we get a chance to meet just amazing people every single day and to influence their lives. And, in the day-to-day and in the appointments, we have an opportunity to be the bright spot of somebody's day. We might even be the only place where somebody feels loved that day. And really, if we can do that, then we've succeeded in our goal. But when we get to the end, and especially in these cases where we have these major transformations and we go from teeth all over the place to this beautiful smile, those are absolutely the best. And it's really just an amazing privilege to be able to do that for people. And that's really why I love being a doctor. So if you ever have any questions about that, or if you or somebody you know has the desire to pursue dentistry or orthodontics, let me know, and I'd be happy to talk to them about it and help give some guidance of how they can achieve that dream. All right. Thanks so much.